Well, how are you? I hope you're doing fine. Welcome to Verified Soul and to today's video. Sometimes you have to reschedule your interview. Yes, that's what I'm saying. You have to reschedule your interview. Now, let's begin by answering these questions. The first question that we have is it possible to reschedule an interview, and is it safe? The safety part, we shall handle it later on, but let's begin with, is it possible? Truly, yes, it is possible for you to reschedule your interview. And there are reasons that will lead you to do this. So it is possible to reschedule for your interview. It's not a must that you attend on that appointment date if you're not comfortable, if you're not well prepared, and by preparation we shall see what I mean. It's not a must that you attend on that specific date. You can reschedule for you to reorganize yourself and be comfortable to attend the interview. The other question, who do I contact to do the reschedule? If you are that person that you feel you need to reschedule your interview, maybe because of one reason or the other, then you contact the embassy directly. And don't confuse yourself. At this point, you are not dealing with KCC. Your case is already with the embassy and your details were transferred immediately you received your second notification letter. And that means the only person to contact for you to reschedule your interview would be the consulate or the embassy. Therefore, it is the embassy that you are supposed to contact, or the consulate. You do an email to them and explain that you want to reschedule your interview to a particular date for you to do 1, 2, or 3. So you contact the embassy and not KCC. Now let's come to this. Why should you reschedule your interview? This is now the most important part of this video. You just don't decide that I want to reschedule my interview. In any case, it's not a very good idea. The good idea is you have yourself well prepared for the interview on that specified date. That will be the best thing to do. But if you are not comfortable, that is to mean, number one, you have missing documents, maybe documents that you have applied for, but by the time the interview is scheduled, the documents will not have been ready. That will make you reschedule your interview because remember, the documents, the proof documents are key part of your interview success. You can't attend the interview with incomplete documents. You cannot go to the interview without your passport or the passport of your derivative. You have to have the passports. If the passports you have applied for and they are delayed, then you need to reschedule your interview to that date when you will be having the passports. That's just an example. And any other document that is requested and you are not with it, and by the time of the interview, you will also not be having it, then you need to reschedule your interview, because the proof documents, they are key part of your interview success. I hope that is clear. So the major point is, if you have critical missing documents, then you need to reschedule to obtain them and then attend the interview. On that note, remember guys, that it is very important that you time yourself properly, that if you are scheduled for an interview, you will already be having your documents. Time yourself properly. The reason number 2 that might make you reschedule the interview is if you are not able to attend the interview with all the members in your application. If you are a family and maybe you have kids, and for example, and God forbid this, one of your derivatives, they fall ill and critically ill, and that is to mean at the time of the interview, they are not able to attend the interview. That could be another reason that might cause you to reschedule an interview if you are sure that by some time the patient will be out, the derivative will be out. So that can lead you to reschedule the interview. Or you yourself, if you yourself, maybe you fall sick, and God forbid that, and you cannot attend the interview, then you need to reschedule it until you're good enough to do the interview. I hope I've explained everything clearly. Those are just some of the few reasons. There might be others, but I've just pointed out key reasons that might cause you to reschedule your interview. Now, let's come to the other critical part of the video. Is it safe to reschedule an interview? The answer is yes and no. And why am I saying yes? Because if it is early enough in the year, you have a long time, then you can reschedule it without no fear, because there is time. So it is completely safe on that note. Rescheduling an interview, if you have ample time to do so, that is not a risk at all. It is okay and it's good, and it will not harm you at all. But the problem comes if we are towards the end of the fiscal year for that DV lottery. Maybe, for example, we are in the month of August and you have your interview in August. And let's say, for one reason or the other, you reschedule your interview and it comes towards the end of the fiscal year or past the fiscal year, which is not possible. So if you are rescheduling, consider the time. If your time is on the safe side, then you do it. But if you prolong your time of your schedule and it goes beyond the fiscal year, that is 30th of September, then you are ruining your chance. That makes it unsafe. But I know you can't do that. So it is safe, but sometimes it can be risky if you do it without reasoning at the end of the fiscal year. The other one, on the safety side, does rescheduling your interview to a later date minimize your chances of visa approval? Does it lessen it? No, it does not at all. By you rescheduling your interview, it does not lessen your chances of getting the visa approved. Rescheduling your interview does not mean that you create some doubt with the embassy about your case. No, it does not. It has nothing to do it. That does not affect anything. It does not lessen your chances. Your chances remain the same. It's only that you've just changed the date. You've changed the date and you want to come or to do it on a later date. So it does not affect nothing. So I saw it good that we discuss this. And if you find this very important to you and good to you, don't forget to like the video. Please subscribe if you are a new visitor and share with your friends. You might be having a friend out there that is seeking this information. And also push the notification bell on. I usually remind you on this because it's very important. If you don't put it on, you can't get notified of a video that is coming. But if you put it on, every other video that is coming, you'll get notified. Let's meet again.